I'm Darren, I'm from Movie Reviews 101, and today we're going to talk about 12 Strong. Directed by Nikolai Fuchsling, sorry, again, names are not my thing, and starring Chris Hemsworth, Michael Shannon, and Michael Pena. The story here follows the 12-man unit that went into Afghanistan after 9/11, who must work with an Afghan general, General Dustome, to learn the lay of the land and how to fight back against the Taliban, to hopefully put America in the better place after the tragic events of 9/11. Now, we're going to go thumbs up. There's some thumbs up here. The thumbs up is got to go to the action sequences. They are breathtakingly brilliant, they're brutal, they're realistic, and the stunt team behind everything just has to be praised to the roof and back. We see a lot of these CGI special effects stuff that's fun. This is realistic effects and stunt work. Fantastic. Has to be seen to be understood how good it is, and to be quite clear that the final surge that has to go on is by far one of the best scenes in the whole movie. Part 2 of the thumbs up is the performances. We're fantastic for everyone. They're the 12-man unit, they're perfect chemistry. Chris Hemsworth in a leading role, again, works really well, gets you an identifiable leading A-lister to a much needed story. Michael Shannon, supporting character, just grabbed his coat, he's that good at any supporting role. Michael Pena gives us a few laughs. I do think General Dustome's actor is fantastic too. Definitely not going to try and pronounce his name, but he is fantastic. You should check his CV out. And the final thumbs up is the clash of cultures. And we have this American unit that are all like, we're going to just bomb the shit out of them. Then we have these Afghan people who are fighting the Taliban. It's like, it isn't going to be that simple. It shows how easy it is to hide in the caves, how they're doing it, how easy it is to lose satellite signals and everything, and how they have to use horseback to travel. They can't just use tanks and cars and everything. So this is really good because the overall part of the story is seeing how these two clashes work together and how they have to put aside their differences to become the single unit against the Taliban. That's a great watch. But thumbs down. Now, this is going to be slightly controversial, as I am an Englishman, but this is another one of these war movies where it's like, yeah, America saves the day, sort of thing, and I understand it's come after an attack on America, don't get me wrong, but the heroism side of the story is very focal on the Americans, and some of the Afghan characters don't get much introduced in, bar Dustome, and they're, from what you see in the story, they're just as important as the Americans in this fight back. That can be looked on. Yeah, both sides are as important as each other. The Americans are not the only heroes in this story. Saying that, continuing on from what I said in the positives, the action sequences at certain moments in this movie are going to be very hard for people to watch. As we know, they are the horsemen soldiers, so you can guess that there's going to be some damage done to horses. While it's all going to be well choreographed stunt work, it isn't an easy watch certain moments in this movie. And there's this weird sequence where Dustome says, "You have killer eyes, you have killer eyes." Then he turns to Chris Hemsworth and goes, "You don't have killer eyes." And it's just really weird and funny. I was just sat there laughing and thinking, of all of these actors, I thought everyone thought Chris Hemsworth had killer eyes, but different context. Anyway, overall, for me, this is one of the best modern war movies I've seen in a long time. It's brilliant to see the clash of cultures joining forces to fight for a similar goal. And it also looks at how there's a thin line between different religious beliefs that can cause this friction, which is what is so frustrating with a lot of these modern wars and movements in certain countries where religious beliefs are holding back progress. And this kind of feels like that is the problem with this whole war. But that's me getting into a war discussion. That's not what we're here for. We're talking about movies. but I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5, and I strongly recommend going to see this movie and enjoying it. I hope you liked this video and you like this movie. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below and subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook and even see some written reviews too. I have been Darren, and now we're out.